everyone, this is Paula again. Thought I would show you how I color my little stamps, and these are the whippersnapper stamps, and I have several of them that I have purchased over the last month or so. And I do use the watercolor pencils, and I chose this set here today. It's the Prima watercolor pencils, and I'll show you the colors that I use. This is going to be a pretty fast video. I'm not even sure if I'll finish it, but I use the 102, the 88, the 34, and the 30. And what I start off first with is I don't color the, I'm not going to color him. In other words, there's not going to be any white because I love this little yellow here. But I am going to start out with my black. And this is number 102. And so I'm just going to come in here and just do a little coloring around the edge because I drag that color out then with the watercolor. So I'm really just, it's not really a shade or anything, it's just, or shadowing. I just come into all the little spots here with a little coloring. And I'm not an expert at this at all, I'm just showing you how I do it. I have not been successful with Copics, and mainly because my vision is such, I have central serous retinopathy, so my vision is not really very good to blend with the Copics. And I have tried, I have every color imaginable, but I just can't do it. So I went to these. My husband bought these for me years ago, and I had actually passed them off to Kimberly, and I decided to start coloring again, so she gave them back to me. And I do make this kind of dark, like that, because I am going to use some water. And then I use the watercolor pencil here, and as you can see, it's filled with some water. And I get a little sheet of paper and squeeze out just a little bit of water. And I'm probably off the camera now, but I just squeeze a little bit of water out. And then I come in as best I can, and I just drag that color down and around. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And if I get too much water, I just dab it. And it's not anything perfect to color. I'm not looking for perfection here. I'm just looking for, you know, a cute little cow. And that's about it right there. And up on the ear and right there. And that's it. And that's his coloring for the inside. The last one I did a real dark black on. This is the first one that I did. And I think he's adorable, but I'm doing this one just slightly different. And then the next color that I'm going to take, and I will come back in again and maybe add a little bit more color like to this one, but it has to dry first. I found that if I don't let it dry, they don't look real well. The next color I'm going to use is this. It's kind of a mocha, and it is number 88. And I'm going to come in and I just start swirling a little bit. Just around the edges, because again, I'm going to bleed this back into his little face. And I'm hoping that I'm in camera. And that's about it. I'm not looking, like I said, for perfection. I am not a colorist. I'm very amateurish, but this is what I do. This is what's easiest for my eyes to do. And I also come up to his horns, or her horns. I'm trying to remember the name of this one. She might be a little girl, I'm not sure. It is. It's called Betsy. And this is NY910, and it is Whippersnapper Designs Inc., and they're online. They're very reasonable, too. And then I'm going to come down to his little hoofs, or her hoofs, Bessie's hoofs, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to color kind of around as hard and as dark as I can. And I don't think I've missed anything. Nope, that's it. They're very fast to do like this too, and they turn out really cute. It's not everybody's preference because some people really like to do a lot of different coloring and, you know, but I just can't anymore. My vision is not going to allow that, but I still like to make cards. And then I'm going to take some color or some ink. I can't talk either. I'm going to take a little bit of water again on my brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. Or blend that in. Whatever you want to call it. Blend out, blend in. Just like that. And the same on his little hoof, Bessie's little hoofs. She's going to get mad at me if I keep calling her a him. And see how fast this goes? So pretty. It's very fast, very cute, and I think they still look really nice. They're not real professional, like I said, but that's not what I'm aiming for here because I can't do that anymore. And I'm going to come back in now. I think that's dry enough to kind of add a little bit more coloring. Just a little bit, not a lot. That one needed some. Maybe that. Whatever you like really is what works. You don't want to soak it, though. That's one thing you want to stay away from, is soaking it. And then I'm going to come back in with a little bit of water again and just blend that back down. I think that looks really good. So whatever you like when you're, working with watercolors is what works for you. There. Okay. And I did this one yesterday, so he's even very different still. And I'm going to come back again and add some more color in here. And you can even shade with these. If your eyes are good enough to shade and you're a pretty good colorist, or even not a good colorist, but you want to shade a little bit more, give it a little bit more depth, you can. I'm just not able to do that anymore. So I just do it as well as I can because I just love making the cards. And I think wherever I send them, or whoever I send them to, they just appreciate that they get a card. They don't critique so much any mistakes or anything like that, because there will be mistakes. And I just keep blending it out with the water until I get what I want. And I'm thinking his tail, I'm going to do in the 102 again. Yeah. And this is more a gray than a black, by the way, in case y'all were knowing. If you don't have the Prismas and you're looking to do this, I think it's more of a gray than a black. Where on this guy, I definitely did use black. Okay, so that looks okay. I'll take that. Yeah, that's not, not perfection, but he's cute. And I'm going to leave everything else white. I think it looks really good that way. It doesn't look like I'm going to use the pink for his face or anything else. So I didn't use that, but I am going to come back in with my, and this is kind of a deep purpley pink, I guess, number 30, and I'm going to come up here and do his necklace. I don't know what you'd call it, his little neck thing. Okay, that looks perfect. And let's see, I'm going to go with, I'm trying to think of what color I want. I'm going to do that in this color, the brown, which is number 89, I think. I can't read it. 88. Okay, and pretty much that's it. And you can go back in. I might add a little pink on his ears. I think I might do that, just kind of in the middle a little bit. Not a lot, just a touch of pink in there. I don't know why, just a little bit. And I'm not even going to put water on that. And that's it. And then I've got his hoof here left. Oh, I see what I did. Instead of doing his hoof, see, I did his foot, the hair on his foot. So we're going to go back in and make that match, even though that's not supposed to be that color. But you know what? It looks okay. And that's just an eye issue there. So you know what? But it turned out okay. There you go. And our little guy is done. It's that fast. And when I do him, I am going to make, if you can see on this one, how I shaded around him with the darker color. Actually, it was the black blended out with some water quite a bit. And I'm going to go around this little cow the same way. But you all can do that. I have to wait till he's completely dry in order to do that. And then, of course, I get my die out and cut him out. And you can do a square die, a round die, however you want to do it. But he's all finished. And that's how I do my little cows. I will tell you how I stamp him, though, because I didn't tell you that. I use Versamark because I am going to use embossing powder. I like the raised on here because it keeps my water from, bleeding off. So I did use the Recollections embossing powder in black to stamp him out. And the Versamark is what I use to stamp with. And that's about it. I hope you liked the video. It was fast. It's really cute. It's easy for a beginner. And that's all there is. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.